All right, what's good, guys? It's BERADA with No Guidance Entertainment. I'm here with Mark, owner of The Cool. I mean, shit, thanks for having us here.
Yeah. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, and got Fancy. If you guys don't know, she be making music, she be hosting events, but shit, we're just here kicking.
She actually has an event coming up here September 9th.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so make sure you guys, so make sure you guys stay tuned for that.
Yep.
But other than that, I mean, shoot, so how'd you get to this position of owning a whole store?
Let's see. My first store was Throwbacks Northwest on Capitol Hill. It's still there. Gotcha. I sold it to Rio in 2017 so I could focus solely on this. It was hard being in two places at one time. So I bought The Cool, from the previous owner in June of 2015. And I feel like we kind of took it to the next level.
Oh, yeah, because I remember this spot was in the mall.
Yeah, it was originally in Tacoma for 1 year.
Yeah.
And then it was in the mall for 12. And now we've been over here almost a year and a half.
Got you. Damn. Yeah. So what made you move from South Center to here?
I wanted to be part of the community. We can't really do much inside the mall community-wise. We had to get authorization from the mall to do anything. You basically have to ask the mall via email to put a sale sign in your window, kind of thing. So we wanted to be able to be over here and kind of, not have so many restrictions on us.
Just have more freedom and all that.
Totally, and that's why we got a really big space now, so we can, pretty much have our retail storefront up in the front operating at all times.
Gotcha.
And then the area we're in now, which is the gallery, we can break it down because everything's modular, and then do events or art shows or whatever back here, pop-ups.
No, yeah, that's facts. And
yeah.
Shoot, what's been your favorite pop-up so far, 2023?
I don't know. They've all been pretty good. We've done a few. The best event so far, I don't know. Fancy's was pretty good. She had some really good talent at that one. Some good performers. Like sometimes whenever people are performing, I kind of got to go back in the back and hide. But I kept finding myself popping out to see who it was on that one or whatever. Yeah, that was good. We did an in-house event in the middle of July on a Thursday night. We call it After Hours. And that was really good too. There was a girl performer that was really good.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Yep.
So what inspired you to get into like the clothing business and selling clothes and stuff like that?
Well, first, before I opened up Throwbacks, I was always into vintage sportswear. I was rocking like throwback Sonics jerseys and all that really before anybody was, I feel like. And I would wear them to the Sonics games, and all my homies and people were like, where'd you get that? Where'd you get that? So I eventually just started I had a big collection of it, and I really started building my collection. Then I really started selling out of my place in Ballard, and I had homies coming over there and shopping. And my girlfriend at the time was like, yo, you got to get this stuff out of the house, because it was taking up our whole second floor, like the living room area. I had a bunch of racks and everything. And at that point, that was 2008, kind of right when we were in that recession or whatever. So I decided to just kind of make a career change and stop. I was working for an audio engineering company, doing a lot of live sound events and whatnot. So I decided to just shift all my focus to that. I found a space on Cap Hill. Everyone was like, you're crazy. You're going to open what? A vintage sportswear store? How's that even going to make it? Well, now it's 2023 and it's still going pretty strong. So yeah, and then I had the opportunity to buy The Cool because the old owner was selling it, or he actually wanted to close it. So we were at the trade show in Vegas. I think this was February of 2015, whenever he disclosed that he wanted to get rid of The Cool. Because when I had Throwbacks, I was actually doing consignment to him inside the mall location, and he had a big wall back there that was all Throwback stuff. So that's when I kind of saw the potential with The Cool, and he said he was going to sell it or whatever, so I decided to pick it up.
That's pretty dope.
Yeah.
So like when it came to expanding, how was it like creating a team and forming a team that you can trust?
Well, I mean, I've pretty much had the core same employees for quite a bit for a long time, but forming a team nowadays is hard because I feel like the younger generation doesn't really want to work. Not really like working like a true,
Oh, like a 9 to 5?
like a 9 to 5 type
Gotcha,
setting
okay.
or a job wherever they have hours, you know.
Okay, gotcha,
They
gotcha.
want to try to do other side hustles or whatever.
That's like me, shit.
Like-
Me and Fancy, we're just...
Yeah, right. You guys are on the entrepreneur tip. But like whenever I started out, not a lot of people were risk takers, you know, because social media hadn't blown up and exposed all of that yet.
Yeah,
You
the
know what I mean?
possibilities and all
And
that,
put
yeah.
everybody on. You know, whenever I started out, there were gatekeepers, you know, that pretty much did what they did, and then you had to kind of like either start working for them to get put on or whatever before you could do it, you know.
That's facts. I
Yeah.
mean, that's the main reason why I wanted to start this podcast too, just to give insight for like, say, for you back in like say 20 years ago. When
Yeah.
you first, you know, were doing shit. I don't even know 20 years ago, you know. So it's just
Yeah.
like, just having that, I guess, like a role model or like a big brother or like that kind of person. I feel like that's always insightful and helps you, you know, guide you to where you're trying to go, type of thing.
Yeah, and I even saw it happen in music first because I went to the Art Institute for audio engineering, and the guy that I learned to record from, he recorded Nirvana's first album. So I learned to record from him, and you know, back then there was gatekeepers. This was before you could go to Guitar Center and buy a studio in the box. Right? You had to go to a recording studio to be able to really put anything out.
Yeah.
Now everybody's making music because all you gotta have is a laptop, some software or whatever, and you can pretty much do it. So I saw the gatekeeper thing kind of get, you know, slashed there, and then now it's slowly happened with fashion, I feel like, as well, in just a lot of different areas. Yeah.
No, that's facts.
Yeah.
And so going back to just you being an audio engineer, so what even made you start getting into on that side before all the clothing?
Well, I really got into music at like 13, and I have a pretty big record collection. I probably have like 5,000 records.
Damn.
I DJ. I've been DJing since I was probably 14 or so. Bought my first mixer at Radio Shack, a realistic mixer. Pieced together 2 turntables and eventually got like 2 Technics 1200s.
Gotcha.
So I learned to DJ on vinyl before all the digital came out.
Gotcha.
But now I love digital because I have everything at my fingertips and you can just have everything right there. You know what I mean? So that's what really got me into music was the whole DJ side of things and the love of music. And then I wanted to figure out, you know, kind of the behind the scenes of that or whatever. And I used to produce house music and techno too. I haven't put anything out
Gotcha.
because I had a hard drive crash
Damn.
and I lost everything. Like all the drum samples I made, like all my sounds, everything.
How many years was that? Like
It was a couple. It was probably like three or so years
Fuck.
of accumulated work on, you know, one big hard drive or whatever. And I even paid a couple companies to try to recover it, and they couldn't do it. I put the sucker in my freezer. I mean, I did everything that you could think of to try to get the audio off of it. So that was kind of like right before I decided to get into the clothing game or whatever. And now, since I've been doing this, it's just been such a grind. And yeah.
I mean, do you see like at least like the parallels when it comes to the business side on both ends?
What, like music and fashion?
Yeah, music and fashion, because I feel like either way you have to be your own boss at the end of the day. So
Yeah.
I guess like, did you always have that? Oh man, just keep on trying, or was that something that you learned over time through either engineering or just building this business?
I mean, it's a lot of trial and error. You know what I mean? You kind of just got to keep going, learn from your mistakes, not repeat them or whatever. But yeah, I mean, you know, the parallels I see between the two is they're both very cutthroat, music and fashion. You know what I mean? Like, there's a lot of it out there, but there's only so much good. You know what I mean? So
That is true.
yeah.
And so what was the transition like, just going from, you know, you were DJing and then getting into fashion? So were you dropping merch, or was like just owning the store, like a retail store, like the mindset going into it?
Well, I did more merch than I ever did at the Cool whenever I had throwbacks. We did a lot of private label stuff there or whatever. Ask that question one more time.
So what did I...
That's what happened to me. I kind of had a slip.
Going from like music to, I mean, yeah, to
How did
Yeah,
I
go ahead.
transition? Well,
Yeah.
I felt like they pretty much went hand in hand.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So it was an easy transition. Fashion always plays off of music. Music always kind of involves fashion or plays off of fashion as well. And that's when I really started doing like in-store events was when I had throwbacks on Cap Hill. We would do a lot of performances and a lot of up-and-coming, you know, artists or whatever would come in there and perform.
Gotcha.
We were doing meet and greets, like 10 or 12 years ago, even back in the day.
Yeah.
And whatnot. Yeah, they definitely just go hand in hand, I feel like.
No, that's facts. I feel like
Yeah.
fashion, music, shit. You gotta wear the fly shit in the music videos just to, you know, draw attention and
Right.
be an entertainer at the end of the day. But, you know, I see all the sneakers and all that. So you're in a jersey, throwback jersey. So is there like a throwback sneaker that you fuck with? That's a sleeper right now, other than like, you know, everybody's fucking with the Jordans and all that. But is there like a sleeper pick you got?
I mean, right now I've been wearing a lot of New Balance actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which
so
model?
I got some 574s for sure. There's a newer one. I don't know which one it is, but I really like the silhouette. I think it's the 997.
Oh yeah, I think I heard about those.
You know the one? Yeah.
Kind of like the. Is it the gray one that?
It's more of like a trainer, you know what I mean? Kind of looks like an old man dad shoe in a
Oh,
way.
yeah. But it's still clean.
It's still clean. Yeah. Yeah.
So you being in music makes a lot more sense to me now. I don't think I ever knew that before, but do you feel like that has a lot to do with why you're so open to allowing people to come in and use your platform pretty much to grow theirs?
I definitely do. Yeah, because I know how it can be trying to start out in music or whatever. It's like whenever I first started DJing, I was just I would play for free or do whatever I could just to get my name out there. So yeah, I definitely putting the younger cats on for sure. And giving them a platform, yeah.
Yeah, that's cool. So like as far as the cool, do you feel like you're gonna branch out or do you wanna like just scale this? Like what's your plan on scaling it and growing it into?
That's a good question. I mean, I've thought about opening the Cools or whatever, other stores. But right now we're focusing on opening a nightclub. I think they'll go hand in hand. I think they'll play off each other. People will definitely need fits to wear to the club.
Yeah.
You know what I mean, and whatnot. And then I get my music fix with the nightclub and whatnot as well.
Yeah.
Because you're gonna be DJing or.
Well, we're gonna focus on hip hop and R&B mainly Friday,
Gotcha.
Saturday night, but I think we'll do maybe electronic music on Thursday and then do Latin reggaeton on Sunday.
Gotcha.
Yeah, so have a good variety.
Shoot, you already got like a whole setup and schedule, so might as well just. I'm
Right,
waiting when
right,
I'm
right.
just gonna be like, hey man, shit, pull up over here, and it's
Yeah.
like, you know. But what was your first set like for being a DJ? Just were you like nervous, or how many hours do you think you put in before going to the first
Like
set?
playing out in front of people?
Yeah, just having a.
Man, now you're making me think way back. That was a really long time ago. But now I feel like I put my sets together more because I have it at my fingertips. You know what I'm saying? You can create a playlist or a folder or whatever, put all your tracks in there that you think you want to play or whatever. But what I really liked playing about vinyl is that was harder to do because you could only take so much with you.
Yeah.
Kind of thing, you know, and I would just usually pack my bag and freestyle it and just kind of play off of the crowd at that time. I don't know. I feel like now with digital, I'm just more tuned into kind of putting it together beforehand. But then if you're playing and the crowd isn't really feeling it, you got to have other stuff on deck so you can kind of change it up.
You got to
know?
improvise and
Yeah,
read the room. huh?
yeah. And if the room's kind of going in a different direction, you want to make sure you have the right stuff there to take it, you know, another direction or whatever.
Got you.
Yeah.
And growing up, were your parents supportive when it came to you being an audio engineer or you being a DJ, or was it?
Oh yeah, they were always supportive.
Were they musicians themselves, or was it?
No. My parents are pretty square.
Got you. And then so,
Yeah.
what was that like? Because just not, I guess them not being, you know, in the background that you're trying to get into, or the field that
Well,
you're
I
trying
remember,
to get
you
into.
know, always getting in trouble bumping NWA really loud as a kid. You know, my parents definitely didn't like that. You know, so I mean, yeah, I've always been playing music loud. They've been pretty supportive. I guess my mom kind of likes music, but a different style or whatever. But yeah, they've been supportive of whatever I've done.
Got you.
Yeah.
No, that's dope. That's dope. And then so, has there been, I guess, like, when did you start DJing specific? Like, how old were you?
I mean, when I first really started like playing around with it or whatever was probably like age 14.
Gotcha.
But growing up in Lubbock, Texas, there wasn't really a lot of places to play. There was some super clubs there because we had Texas Tech University, so it was a big college party town.
Yeah.
That's where I really got to experience clubs, kind of like a club would open up or whatever. It would keep the same theme for maybe like a year, then it would shut down and it would rebrand, same owners or whatever, but just change up the whole concept. But I remember being like 16, getting snuck into the gay bar to play on Sunday nights because nobody was really playing house music in Lubbock, Texas. So I'd get to go in there and play on Sunday nights, and they would just eat it up. They loved the house music. So that was probably one of my first kind of gigs, I guess.
Got you.
Yeah.
And what was like the backstory on you even getting it in there? Was it like you knowing someone, or was it someone like they found you and they were like, oh yeah, we need you here?
Well, because I had a fake ID at 15.
Oh damn.
So I was sneaking in to all the clubs or whatever and meeting people.
Damn.
And yeah, I met someone that was, he went to Texas Tech or whatever, and he's the one, because I used to make mixtapes.
Yeah, gotcha.
Like the actual tapes all the time, and I
Yeah.
would hand them out to people or whatever. So I gave him one, and he was like, whoa, you play house? You're only 16? I'm like, yeah. So that's kind of how that happened.
That's dope. And what's the process in that of just like making mixtapes and all that? Because I got some blanks from my great aunt, because she was like, oh no, I'm not gonna use these. It's just blanks. So what's the process of making a mixtape?
I mean, for me, because I'm kind of a perfectionist, it was a lot of starting and stopping over again.
Gotcha.
Like you'd get through your set or whatever, and you wouldn't really be happy with the mix. Maybe like 5-6 tracks in, I would hit stop and then rewind that sucker, start the whole set again until I was pretty much happy with it.
Okay.
It could take a long time.
Shit, I'm gonna have to hit you up for doing that, because I have no idea when it comes to any of the analog stuff.
Yeah.
Because I'm all digital when it comes to just producing and everything like that.
Yeah, I still like how a cassette sounds.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It's funny because I got an old like 70s or 80s. I don't even know, some funk music from back in the day. I put it in my car because it still has a cassette reader. And
yeah.
it says like, it definitely does have a different sound.
Yeah.
Like a more like
It's
saturation.
like a warmer kind of
yeah.
saturation. Yeah.
No, that's definitely something.
The analog vibes.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
No, that's facts.
Because when I went to the Art Institute, we were still recording on tape,
Oh shit.
like reels or whatever, and we would track drums on that because it gives it a warmer, that saturation
Yeah.
sound. It sounds doper on tape. They might still be doing that to this day.
Oh yeah, of
In
course.
big recording studios with
Yeah.
like big bands,
Yeah.
tracking drums to tape and then dumping it to digital and then mixing it down or whatever.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
feel like just having the whole digital and analog side, just being able to use them both as like a hybrid is definitely a game changer
Yeah,
for sure.
yeah.
And so you were a DJ and a producer. So my question is, have you ever tried to get into the artist side? Did you ever make a song? Is there like a secret song you never put out or what?
No, I don't got flows.
No, you never?
No, never.
Not even-
Never really been my thing. I always kind of like the beat side of things
Gotcha.
versus the vocal side of things because I could relate to the beats way more than what people are saying, I guess.
Okay, got you.
Yeah.
I was expecting like an unreleased Mark song a mixtape that
Mark
never
track
cut.
that never dropped.
Yeah. So, through music, what do you think was the biggest lesson? Just because you had to transition, right, from music or being a DJ to being a store owner. So, yeah, what was just like some characteristics that you would value in seeing someone else? Like if you saw someone else going the same path as you of like, going from a DJ to trying to open up a store, what'd you say to them, like some key characteristics to keep in mind to keep on pushing
the
yourself?
business side of things is very important. Like I didn't, go to school for business or know anything. It was just kind of learning everything on the fly.
Mm-hmm.
I wish I would have like taken a crash course in business or whatever before getting into it because like I said, it's a lot of trial and error. That's what I wish I would have known. DJing and music and all that, it's a lot more the creative side is what I was focusing on than like the business side. But business is super important to know.
Yeah. No, that is.
Because if you don't know your numbers, you don't know your business. So
No, that's fact.
yeah.
And just going back to, because I remember you saying that you grew up in Texas, right?
Mm-hmm.
So when did you move up here to Seattle?
1998.
And what was the reason for that? Just
To go to the Art Institute.
oh, okay.
I was living in Austin, Texas at the time, and there was only, I think, 2 art institutes at the time that had a audio engineering program, and I just thought Seattle would be great because of all the good music that came out of it, like during the grunge era and whatnot. And we were kind of on the end of that, 98. So, yeah, they had full blown recording studios there with big analog desks and all the equipment. It was dope.
Yeah. And what would you say from just being here from 98 to, I'm assuming you stayed here since
I've been
then?
here the whole time.
So yeah, so like just seeing the music scene out here, because I came back here because I was born in Seattle, lived in Hawaii for a little bit, and then came back here probably like 2011, 2012. I remember on the radio, J. Cole shit was popping out, that Workout, that song. But just through the years, what would you say about like Seattle's music scene, like as a whole? Do you think there's improvement, or is it been kind of the same, like it's been stagnant, or what?
I mean, it's kind of hard to say because, like, being at the Cool, I live in the hip hop world, you know, but my passion is more like electronic music for the most part. I still like a lot of hip hop, but I like a lot of the older stuff. Like, I grew up on the golden era, you know, of hip hop and whatnot. So I think Seattle, though, overall has a pretty good music scene. I mean, there's a lot of, like, from what I see right now and I've been kind of listening to, there's a lot of poppin' Seattle artists right now. There's a ton. You know what I mean? So, and I get exposed to a lot of it from my guys that work here, or a lot of them come into the shop or whatever. So I think Seattle's got a pretty good scene now. Yeah.
So what do you think, like, the town could use to be more broad in, like, the whole country, I guess? Because, like, a lot of cities have a lot of artists, and they put each other on, and, you know, they have names and stuff. But Seattle doesn't really have a name in the music right now, like, right now. We used to, I feel like, in a way, because of Nirvana and all that stuff like we were talking about. But, like,
Yeah.
at this point, what do you think we could use?
Oh, that's a good question. I mean, I think Seattle, there needs to be more unity here, I feel
For
like.
sure.
Like, everybody here, everybody's doing the same thing, you know what I'm saying? But everybody, for some reason, thinks they're doing something different. And nobody ever really wants to come together and collab and whatnot, it seems like. It's kind of hard to pull everyone together. I feel like in these other cities you're talking about, there's a bigger community because everyone does come together and whatnot.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if it's the weather
I think that has a
affecting
big part to
everybody
do
up
with
here
it,
too, you know what I mean?
Seattle
Or
depression or
or
whatever.
what? But there's also just really not a lot to do in Seattle, meaning like we're not a late night food town. You can't really go places and eat anywhere. Every place is closed.
Seattle dogs?
Well, yeah, and those are kind of weird, but yeah.
You don't
yeah.
like them?
I mean, they're good. They're good. Yeah. But, like, you know, there's not even a lot of places to go do stuff. That's why I like trying to do events at the store, because try to just to open it up to different stuff to do, because all you can really do here is what? You can go see a concert, or you can go to the club to hear music, but that's really it. There's not a lot of other places.
Yeah, smoke. That's it.
Yeah, and that's the thing, too, in Seattle. I think everybody, you know, they love to smoke weed, and that might be hard to bring everybody together, too.
Yeah. They're lazy.
No, that's facts.
As far as, like, the business part, how much did you go through, and then, like, who helped you, or what helped you get it all put together so that you could scale and, like, keep track of your numbers and all stuff like that?
I mean, I don't even know. That's a good question, too. I feel like I still don't even really have it fully together. It's a lot of learning experiences still, because, you know, buying clothes right now, with a lot of the brands we carry, we have to order it and write our order like 6 months in advance. And how fast fashion's moving, how fast music's moving and everything right now, it might not even be in style, you know what I'm saying, by then. So me, I just really try to learn from my mistakes, you know, and not make the same ones twice, kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you take crash courses now?
I mean, yeah, from the School of Hard Knocks a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
So what, like, through, like, all your trials and tribulations, what's one thing that really kept you up and going?
I think my passion and love for, you know, music and fashion and the culture is what's kind of kept me going. Yeah.
I mean, outside of just fashion and business. Like, what do you do for just to kick it? Like on a Sunday or on a weekend? You ever have time for that nowadays, or what?
Well, let's see. I just recently got married.
Oh shit! Congratulations.
Thank you. So it's only been, I guess, a couple weeks on that. So now I'm kind of like a family man, like that fresh.
Damn, that fresh.
Yeah. So now I have a 7-year-old stepdaughter. So doing stuff with her is a lot of fun. She's at that age where it's fun.
Mm-hmm.
So let's see. Just this past Sunday, we went up to Leavenworth for the day, hung out on the river.
Yeah.
You know, I still play a lot of Xbox. I like Call of Duty.
Oh yeah. So, a Warzone?
The newest one?
Yeah, on Warzone, or what do you play?
Yeah, but I'm just on there. I like to play Invasion and some other things. I'm not like, where it's like one against everybody and then you die, you're dead kind of thing.
Yeah, that's what I feel like. That's what the gaming.
I really like zombies though. I'm just mad because this last map doesn't, or the last game doesn't have zombies, but the new one that's about to drop has zombies. So
Modern Warfare 3.
yeah, the one that, I guess it drops in November.
Yeah, see, I heard about that.
They're bringing zombies.
I just remember back in the day. Were you a big fan back in the day? Just World at War and all that.
I've been playing all those.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So, you're an Xbox guy over at PlayStation, I'm assuming.
I am.
I'm here.
And now I'm a Nintendo Switch guy because that's what my daughter has. So we play a lot of Mario Kart.
Oh, Mario Kart. It's undefeated.
I know that game.
Yeah. Mario Kart's a lot of fun.
Got you. And growing up, did you play any sports or?
I mean, I skateboarded at an early age and
Gotcha.
then kind of got into some sports or whatever. And then I discovered girls and music and partying. And then sports kind of got put to the wayside. But I still love sports.
Got you.
Yeah.
And so you're from Texas. So who's your team? Like, I guess
my team growing up was the Cowboys, right?
Cowboys.
Because when I was in high school, we were winning Super Bowls. I was all about it. But I also liked the Houston Oilers because I liked Warren Moon a lot, the quarterback at the time.
Gotcha.
Now it's Seahawks for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
Because I've been here longer than I live in Texas now, so Seattle's home.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So do you ever visit out there, or you kind of just been posted up here?
No, I've been posted up here. The last time I went back there was, I want to say, 2013 or something. And now all my family lives in Florida.
Oh shit.
So I still got a lot of friends and whatnot that live in Texas, but I just haven't been back.
Shit. When's the last time you been to Florida?
Florida's been a while too, man. It's been hard to get there or whatever. It's probably been about a year since I've been to Florida.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
And just out of all the places you've traveled, like, I guess what's been the most memorable? Like, if you had to give someone a quick bucket list, you should go this place.
I mean, going to Colombia where I met my wife was good.
Oh, Colombia? Damn.
Yeah, I love Colombia. Yeah, and I got a DJ out there one time, and it was a lot of fun. It's a different vibe. Like, nobody's on their phone. People are, like, on the dance floor, like, losing their minds, kind of forgetting where they are, which that's what I think going out should be.
Yeah, that's
like
right.
It's like, leave reality, leave all your stresses. Like, don't be on your phone the whole time, because then you're still tuned into all the BS that's going on. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that was a really, really good experience.
Got you.
Yeah.
And actually, I do got a question for you when it comes to social media and all that. Just because I feel like we're two different generations. So you've seen it from the beginning to where it's at now. Like, what do you think are some pros and cons on, or I guess, like, what is your opinion on social media?
Man, when I first got Instagram, I think, what was it, like 2011? It just kind of felt like it was like an online magazine at the time. It was more like artful, I guess would be the word for it. Like, people would really be thoughtful about the stuff that they were posting. The selfie wasn't where it's at now. It was more stuff to look at it and kind of learn about or whatever, which I really like. That's kind of what I still use Instagram for this day.
Yeah.
Is to look at stuff and learn stuff or whatever.
Yeah.
But I feel like now everyone's a voyeur, everyone's a narcissist, and everybody relies on their phone for just about everything. You know what I mean? And it's kind of sad because everyone, you should be living in the moment, not living in the phone,
just videotaping everything.
I mean, trust me, I'm bad too sometimes. You'll catch me on there going down a rabbit hole or whatever, but I really try to be mindful or whatever, especially if I'm going out somewhere or traveling or whatever. There's times where, like, I've traveled and people are like, where are all the pics? And I'm like, I was just having too much fun. I didn't even have my phone out kind of thing or whatever. But yeah, social media is kind of taking over everything,
That's facts.
Yeah.
I feel like it's There's a whole damn fucking computer right here in our fingertips, and we're able to just see whatever we want. Shit.
Everything in real time. Yeah,
Great
it's
quality
crazy.
pictures, music on a fingertip, videos, all this
Yeah,
shit.
everything.
Google.
Shopping.
Mm-hmm.
Everything.
Got you.
Yeah.
And for you, I guess, like, what's next when it comes to just, is there, I mean, I know you did say you're thinking about the nightclub, but is there any other businesses that you've ever thought about, like food?
No, because I've wanted a nightclub since I was like young, probably 14, 15 years old. I've been dreaming about it since probably the first time I went into like a super club and was just blown away.
Damn.
Yeah.
Got you.
Yeah.
So, I guess, what's the...
But food's good too.
I'm saying,
I'd
food
love to maybe
brings
have
people
some
together.
kind of restaurant. It does.
I'm saying.
I mean, I want to see how this business does, and then maybe with the partnership group I have, we can put something else together. But I'd love to have more like a late night food lounge type of thing where you could go get food late, but listen to music, but not necessarily be in a club setting where the music is just pounding, where it's just more of a vibe,
That's definitely sounds like a move. I mean, at least out here, like, I feel like every store closes at around 10, 11, or at least like some shit. But
yeah, everything closes here pretty early unless you want to go to Dick's or what. You got like 13 Coins. You got Honey Court in the International District. You got a few places that stay open late, but
like 5.
like 5, but not a lot.
gotcha.
Yeah.
And what would you say when it just comes to balancing your whole lifestyle? Because you got this, you just got recently married, and just being able to, keep a level head. Like, what's that process like? Do you got, like...
Man, I still value my downtime. Like, I like solitude. Like, I tell my wife this all the time. Like, look, I need a little me time kind of thing. And I feel like that's a good reset, a good refresh, because then I can kind of, like, focus on my needs and what I need to do, without having all the craziness kind of around me. Because, it's a lot of moving parts.
Yeah.
And it can get overwhelming. And I definitely still hate Mondays. Mondays are crazy because it's like you have this weekend where nothing's really open or operating, on the 9 to 5 tip. Then Monday rolls around and it's like everything comes crashing down on you because it's back to reality.
Yeah, got you. And so, I see you got the Crocs on today.
Yeah, that's kind
I've
of
never seen those actually. So
yeah, this is a collab with a Japanese company called Beams.
oh, shit.
It actually has these cases or little pouches that go on the back. They're pretty dope, but I don't have them on here.
Like a utility pocket.
Like a utility, yeah. You could put a couple things, some stuff on them, yeah.
Got you.
Yep.
And so my question is actually, so what, other than the Art Institute, like, was there any other external like reason for you to come up here, or have you visited previous?
I had a homie that I went to high school with that came up here that went to school. And one summer, me and a buddy, I used to have a Volkswagen van back in the day in Westphalia with the pop top.
Gotcha.
And we took like a whole road trip from where I lived in Texas or whatever, over to Santa Fe. We stayed in Santa Fe, New Mexico for a while, then worked our way. We went to San Diego and then just worked our way all the way up the coast and came to Seattle to see him. We stayed up here, I think, 2 weeks or so in the van, like in his driveway or whatever, like plugged up. It was pretty fun. But that's when I kind of fell in love with Seattle for the first time. And it was still a really sleepy city then. The biggest thing here was, you knew somebody whose parents or somebody worked for Boeing. Basically, at that time, you know what I mean? Starbucks was big, Microsoft big, whatever, but it's a lot different now. It's a lot different. The city's just changed a ton.
Got you.
For the good or the bad?
I mean, right now with I don't know, all the crime and everything going on right now, that's a whole nother story. But like, I feel like it's changed for the better because I feel like we're really becoming a world-class city. We got a lot. There's a lot to offer here still, even though everything closes kind of early. But I kind of like what they're doing to downtown right now. The whole thing on the waterfront's pretty cool, and the pier, and like, they're kind of expanding Pike Place Market. It seems like a little bit too, and whatnot. Yeah.
And I guess other than that, I mean, shoot, I think we're pretty close to wrapping it up. But I do, before we do end it, I use this kind of like a timestamp, like a time capsule. Let me check the date so we could be official. Anybody know?
It's the 30th.
Okay, August 30th, 2023.
Yep.
By August 2024, August 30th, 2024, what are a couple goals that you have for yourself mentally, physically, financially, spiritually, any of those, just so you could hold yourself accountable by next year. Listen to this 5 years from now, a year from now, be like, hey,
I see what you're doing.
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just so you can look back at it. Just
If
so
it's
we
not recorded or logged or whatever, then yeah, you can't hold me to it, right? So now this is.
I mean, no, I'm not. It's more just like a.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah. No.
Might as well set some unofficial goals, unofficial dates.
I mean, I'd love to see the cool thriving and alive and well, you know, doing good, doing bigger, better things. I want to definitely change up the brands we're carrying and do a lot of stuff in here. It's still kind of a blank canvas, and I kind of left it that way for a reason, so we could do other stuff with it and whatnot. I don't know. I'd love to have the nightclub, you know, going well or whatever. My girls are, you know, they're Venezuelan, but they're from Colombia, so I'd love to see them settled in and learning more English.
Gotcha.
Because there's still a little bit of a language barrier between us. Because my Spanish, I'm pretty well. Actually, how about this? I'd like to learn more Spanish.
See, that's a good one. See,
Yeah,
Good.
instead of putting it all on them. So me learn more Spanish, but them learn more English would be great as well.
yeah, happy medium right there.
Happy medium. You know, me get to go to Florida maybe another time or two in that time period because my family, my parents are getting a little bit older.
Gotcha.
I'd love to go spend some time with them. That'd be good. And then eventually I want to get back to Colombia. You know, I love the culture there. I love spending time there. So what else? Spiritually, I don't know. I just hope I don't make myself crazy by then by trying to have a nightclub and a clothing store and a new family at the same time. But I think I'll be good.
I mean, shit, you made it this far.
Yeah.
I mean, I think you deserve your flowers no matter what, because the cool
I
has
appreciate
been.
it.
I feel like the cool has been on. At least everybody knows it. At least from the generation since I was like in middle school.
Yeah.
The mall, the cool.
Yeah.
You know, type of thing. And for you to, you know, just buy it from the previous owner and then just keep it pushing and keep into where it's at now and
Yeah.
being able to host events, that's definitely like
Yeah.
some real shit. Like, you know, so props for you and
I
appreciate you.
that.
No,
thank you.
Yeah, no, it's facts.
Yeah.
But other than that, appreciate you again.
Yep.
Where could they find you on Instagram, TikTok, all that?
Instagram, that's all I got. No Facebook, no
That's good.
TikTok, nothing. It's long day. It's at long days, short nights.
Mm-hmm.
And that's pretty much it. Or they can hit up the coolnw.gallery.
Yep. Well, you guys see it right
Yeah,
there.
it's right back here. And if anybody wants to do an event, maybe do a performance, album release party, whatever, hit up our DMs or whatever, and we can see if we can work together and maybe facilitate something.
You know what I'm saying. Well,
Yeah.
you guys heard it. Make sure you guys tap in with Mark. Make sure you guys tap in with the cool. Shit, this was a dope podcast. Appreciate it again.
Thank you. Yep.
Appreciate it. Catch
Yep.
you guys. Peace.
Peace.
All right. It's cool.
Not bad.
All right.
It's like a different world when you take the freaking headphones off, though. Whoa. No, that was good. That was good.